ये नया भारत है, ये घर में घुसेगा भी और घुस के मारेगा भी।
Your soldier family are suffering a lot. Not suffering soldier. There is suffering soldier family, their wife, their child, their mother, their father. Their whole generation suffering because of war.
At the end of Mahabharat, only the 5 Pandavas were left and all their successors were died except the Parikshit.
Good evening, our honorable judges and all parliamentary members. So, our topic is war the best way to solve international disputes? So, definitely, because we know that in international relation, how can we make very good? Because actually, if I would like to give example. After freedom, we know that India divided into 2 parts, and that time we also there was war. But apart from it, we go to we go in this international court, and that time our Prime Minister was Vakil. Also, they think that that time also international court was created newly, and due to it, our Prime Minister think that it will be solved immediately. But what happened? Till now, it is going on. Till now, it is not solved. So, due to it, actually, war is the good example to make international relation, and also who have power. World consider that they are world consider that actually who have lots of armies, weapons. World consider that they are very powerful country, and actually also they rule on all over world. Example is that like China have lots of weapons, and also they are ruling on all over the world, and due to it also America and lots of all Western country want to control China. So definitely weapons and what is the very good what is the good example to this to making our international relation. And also our government is focusing to our government is spending too much money to improve our weapons. Why? Because actually we have lots of weapons, so we will be considered that we are powerful. And why? Because actually after freedom, from that time we are making to good relation with Pakistan, but every time we failed. After air strike, surgical strike, after air strike, surgical strike, in all world, everyone is saying that Modi Jindabad. Why? Because of our war, this war and power. And also we know that actually we are suffering from China and India war, and also we are thinking that through without a war we can solve. So I think it is not possible, because till now it is suffering from long time, and till now also we are suffering. So what is the very good example?
So good evening, every member of the house. I would like to start my speech with a beautiful song, two line of song. मेरा देश मेरा मुल्क मेरा ये वतन, शांति का उन्नति का प्यार का चमन. So we want peace. So my topic is war the best way to solve international dispute? So I think definitely not, because as we all know, we were in a school, and there we fought from our friends once. Then our teacher, our parents, firstly they used to make understand us. So no matter war big or small, everything can be solved by talking to each other, because in a life we should take continuum approach. We should not focus in a particular direction. We should choose between of any problem and of any situation. And also, we all know that, my dear all the member of house, in war, so many innocent people are also harmed, and most of the soldier comes from low economic background. If we lost our soldier, his family also come in traumatized trouble. As we all know, our country is democratic country. That means people choose our own representative by own way with a peace manner. So we can choose anything by respect or peace. And also in war there are so many economic destruction also occur, and also there is a beautiful, and also in a war there is the thermonuclear explosion occur. So this thermonuclear explosion, so many innocent people, even so many innocent birds, animals were harmed. And also the chemical release from nuclear explosion that directly affect our ozone layer, and that create ozone hole. When our ozone hole is created, the high level of UV rays comes from up of on the earth. It will cause so many diseases like skin cancer. And also in a war, after happening happening war, inflammation is also going to increase. And also in inflammation, when any war is going on, the rate of medicine is also high for innocent people. And also in a war so many people, so many women lost their husband, so many children lost their father, so many parents lost their son, and so many brother lost their brother. So we should not focus on war, because we should always focus on peace, and we should always live with a respect, because in a peace manner, in a respect manner, we can win whole of the world. And also in a school.
Good afternoon, all the respected judges and all the members of this parliament. So, my name is Vivek and I am representing as a Deputy Prime Minister. So, my opposition leader said a very nice song. So, I also want to say a line like ये नया भारत है, ये घर में घुसेगा भी और घुस के मारेगा भी. So, thank you. So, we have examples. Means we are Indians, and in India there are holy books and there are holy stories like Mahabharata, like Ramayana. When Lord Rama, everyone says that Lord Rama is the Adi Purush. He is Murada Purushottam. Means no one is better than Lord Ram. And at last he took the decision of war. So who the hell we are to say that war is not good? Ram said war is good. In Mahabharata, Krishna said if war is for some good things, then war is good. Doesn't matter if you are killing your father, if you are killing your sister, if you are killing your anyone, your relative, war is good. So who the hell we are to just say that no, though the people whatever they do, that is wrong, because by the end we need the outcome. And our opposition leader, he told about some nuclear attack, and so I also want to say nuclear attack. At the time of Second World War, Japan used to think that they have lots of power, so they just go and went to America and they just destroyed the naval base of America. At that time America retaliated and America dropped the atomic bomb at Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and after that Japan surrendered. They don't have any option to surrender, and now all the safety of Japan, America takes care of. And with the normal talk, this entire thing cannot be. So when war is the last option, yes, war is the last option, but war should be. And after Modi government, we have seen there are a lot of changes happen in India. Like I also said the line, I don't want to repeat it once again. But in common way, weaker section is always suppressed. But if you are power, like my one of members said that China and America, if they have power, then the entire world is ready to listen to them. And if they don't have power, like Nepal has no power, Bhutan has no power, if they say anything, people will not value because they are not considered. With power is always beneficial. So, and for that, our Modi government is investing a lot of money. Today we have indigenous INS Vikrant, the aircraft carrier made by India itself. Why? Because when a circumstance of war happens, we will use that INS Vikrant. Today Tata Group is making that Indian own cargo plane, and that we will have in 2026. Means Tata Group is making this plane in Gujarat. So why so? Because at the time of emergency, when we need that, we will use that plane. So from the earlier, it is going on that war is the last option, and we also consider this war is the last option. And he told about the martyrs or the wives of the martyrs. So at the time of oath, they had told that when my country needs my death, when my country needs my life, I am ready to give my life for my country. So they don't have any problem. So why you guys have any problem?
Thank you. Good evening to all of you present here, honorable Prime Minister and Member of Parliaments. I would like to share a beautiful quotation. War is not solution of everything. We Indians, we always follow and we always believe democracy. So we always believe in peace. We don't believe in war. Firstly, whenever we talk about war, firstly we remember the war, World War I and World War II. That time we always remember the horrible things that happened on that time, and we know that we never forget that horrible moment, because that time there was a huge destruction of everything, even financial loss, nature loss, soldier loss, everything, and also we know that nowadays that means we are New India. We are from New India, and we always we have power, and also we always believe in peace. Nowadays you can see nowadays our government is making good relation with all countries because they always believe in peace. They are that means they are holding lots of program all over the other country because they always believe in peace. And also like if I talk about our opposition leader, Honorable Prime Minister was saying about China is ruling all over the country. It is not good. Come with good data. China is not ruling all over the country. And also making a good relation with other countries. That means you have extra quality in you, and that means you are good leader. That means you can lead all over the world. Also, I would like to, my previous speaker told I am agree with these things. He told about the nuclear weapons. That time we know that when nuclear weapon was used during that time, then Hiroshima, that time you can say after the bombarding of nuclear, that means after the using of nuclear weapon, children started, but that means children are birth paralyzed due to the nuclear weapon. And also nowadays you can see the effect. Nowadays also you can see the less effect of this. And also nowadays that means we always think about ourselves. We never think about the other creatures. But we never think about just like birds and animals. And also whenever war happens, that time there is a huge destruction of both sides, and also huge destruction of all the countries, because all countries are interlinked with each other. All countries faces lots of problems. You can see current situation, Russia-Ukraine war. Russia and Ukraine both are facing lots of problems. Even Russia was boycotted by the SWIFT. Russia was boycotted SWIFT. And also nowadays after that means nowadays you can see the condition of that means Ukraine. They started saying, oh, that means I can't believe in war. I always believe in peace.
Good evening, our honorable judges and respected member of parliament. I would like to start my speech with a quote. अभी नहीं खोला वो खून नहीं पानी है, जो देश के लिए न काम आए वो बेकार जवानी है. To get something, one has to lose something. It's better to lose our life than losing our mother nation.
Yeah.
And one of our famous philosopher and scientist of biology said that, it is quoted by him that survival of fittest. Those who will compete with the nature, they will survive in the nature.
Yeah.
So, our minister sang a song like मेरा मुल्क मेरा देश मेरा ये वतन शांति का उन्नति का प्यार का चमन. I want to suggest him that this is a song made for our soldiers to motivate them to fight for other country.
I have
Objection denied. And our Prime Minister also said that we are getting skin cancer through war and radiation of some artificial equipment. So I would like to counter him that skin cancer can be cured at some extent. But suppose any person will blast us through a bomb, then what we will do? What is the cure of the blasting from a bomb? I want answer from you. Tell us.
No cure of death. No cure of death.
Tell. I want. To safeguard our nation, we have to fight with international country to promote peace and harmony in our nation. We have deployed Army, Navy and Air Force on air, water and land. Why? Because we need peace and harmony in our nation. India is developing its defense and making it advance. Why? Because we need it. We need to answer back the invaders who invaded in history and who also are trying to invade us right now. All the international authorities talk in treaties that in some international meeting, international power talk about peace, harmony, very sweetly. But after that, they backbite us. And also, I would like to say that India has the second largest defense and fourth strongest defense in the world. And we are developing it and advancing it day by day. Just to, we have to fight to international authorities to promote peace and harmony in our country. And also, I would. Yes, you are right. We have tried many times to maintain peace with our neighbor country, Pakistan, but they have always deceived us and betrayed us, and they never tried to maintain peace with us. So we need defense. We have done a lot for it, and so also we have done surgical strike to promote peace. And I would like to say that weaker section of our society is always suppressed by stronger. And to maintain dignity of the society, we have to fight back with them to promote equality. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Good evening, honorable judges and all the members of the parliament and our respected prime minister. So I would like to start the session of my speech with the wonderful quote given by our father of nation that an eye for an eye make the whole world blind. So with this approach, and he propagated the idea of non-violence and peace everywhere in the world. And we know that our respected member has told us about the Mahabharata. So at the end of Mahabharata, only the 5 Pandavas were left, and all their successors were died except the Parikshit, who was ultimately died, but given the boon by the Lord Krishna. And we know we have fought about 3 wars with Pakistan after the independence. And what have we gained? We have won all the war, but the condition of the POK is remained same. Our economy has gained 30 to 40 years back after the war, and after the China war of 1962. Ultimately, we has lost our Aksai Chin, and we know that the USA has attacked the Iraq, and USA has attacked the Afghanistan, and after that the few terrorist groups attacked on the Twin Tower and the World Trade Center. So that is the result of the war. You can't say that war brings the peace. And after the World War, after the both World War found, ultimately the peace can bring the solution. The Bretton Woods Agreement has been found, and after the USA has bombed the Japan, ultimately the USA and Japan become best friends, and USA helped Japan to become the third largest economy in the world. And our respected member has told that China is ruling the world. China is not ruling the world. All the neighbor countries of the China are being facing problem from the China. USA is ruling of the world because of its soft power, because of the English, because of its telecommunication, because of its TV medium, internet. And we whole by sitting here in India, we are using English. We are watching American series. Because it is the soft power of America. It is. China has invaded us in 1962. Tell me how many of you know about the Mandarin language here? Do you have, because we have lost the war with China. And we spent about 70 to 80 billion dollar of the Indian GDP on the defense, and it is about 2.5% of the Indian GDP, and only 0.5% on R&D. So what kind of same country we are? And we only spend about 2% on our education. So what kind of are we creating a warmongering nation that ultimately objection denied? And what can be given to the martyrs who lost their lives in the war? By giving the amount of, by gaining the resources you have, can we give him lakhs of rupees and tell that no, that your brother, your mother, your father have become alive after the war? It is not the solution. Ultimately, peace and diplomacy can result the ultimately peace and diplomacy can find the solution.
Good morning, dear honorable judges, honorable Prime Minister, honorable opposition leader, and all the respected members of Parliament. As our previous minister quoted the Mahabharata, so I want to start with the quote of Mahabharata, that is ahimsa parmo dharmaha, dharma hinsa tathaiva cha. Means peace is important, but to maintain the peace, war is necessary. And thank you, opposition minister, to support us at the point that you have mentioned the point of 1962, that India lost the war with China. That's why the COK is still in the control of China. That time China captured the COK because we were lacking in the strength, we were lacking in the army. And that's why they were able to maintain their boundaries, but we were not able to maintain our boundaries. So thank you for supporting us in on that point. And as you mentioned about the China, so I want to remind you that about the India-Pakistan, the relation between India-Pakistan, that you were creating the peace from the 70 years, and Pakistan was always used to attack on in India. But we created non-violence for the 5 years, and now no terrorist come to the India, no one attacks on the India. So that is the power of non-violence that we need. And ultimately power governs the society, power governs the everything. And one thing that you mentioned about Pakistan. So Pakistan was created because your leader Mahatma Gandhi and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru believe in the peace. That's why Pakistan was created. If they would believed in the non-violence, then Pakistan there would no have the existence of Pakistan. So the peace, your peace created a terrorist, a country of terrorists, which is your violence created the country of terrorists, which is promoting the non-violence. So are you promoting that type of non-violence? And the next thing that is, I want to quote the history, that Prithviraj Chauhan was also used to praise the non-violence. That's why he leaved the Muhammad Ghori after winning for 17 times. But what happens ultimately, once the non-violence won, then he captured the Prithviraj Chauhan, and that's why we face the 800 years of the slavery, and that was the reason that we used to praise the non-violence. And I want to put the example of Israel, that is surrounded by the six countries that all are against the Israel, but Israel is able to protect his border. Why? Because he used to praise non-violence, and he is able to save themselves. Thank you.
So first of all, good evening all the parliament member and our judiciary and our honorable prime minister. So sir, I heard after listening all of them, I remember the one topic. Youth are confused or confident. But after listening all of them, I think youth are very confused right now, because they are promoting the violence, which is a very unexpected thing. As a youth, it is not correct thing. And also there is put lots of wrong statement. Like there, someone, my friend, put it Prithviraj Chauhan statement. So my friend, there was a two war. One time Prithviraj won, and second time he was teacher by Muhammad Ghori. Okay, so there was no any type of war. There was a teaching. Okay, so you should be think. Or one more thing, not COK, it's a POK, my friend. If you don't know that, so please remember this. Yeah, overruled. And I just want to put one more thing. There is lots of organization like Bito Power, NATO Power. These all are the organization. You know what? What is the motto of this organization? There is only one motto: is spread the peace on the world. There is not another motto. And of course, one of my friend also mentioned that surgical strike. Surgical strike was not a war. Surgical strike was revenge, because as a Pakistan did something with our soldier, that's why it was the action to reaction. It was not a war. We are bought any type of equipment like machine guns and this any type of hathiyar, but we are just about it because of our self defense. It is not a war. It is try to spread peace only. And of course, there is a very good country. There is a country of Switzerland type. Like they are never war with any one country, but still is a very developed country and very beautiful country. And of course, as our some minister also mentioned, it's war. Because of war, it's in fact impact our nature also. And of course, no one deny it, because of soldier family are suffering a lot. Not suffering soldier. There is suffering soldier family, their wife, their child, their mother, their father, their whole generation suffering because of war. We are just sitting in our home and just demand to us, if they are doing this, then I have to send the rocket on this. So this type of thing is not a solution. We should be understand.
Now it's time to call the brief of the print petition party. Please put your hands together for them.
Good evening, time kya ho raha hai? Okay, so good afternoon. All the judges are present here, and Prime Minister and all the leaders in Parliamentary Debate. I am Isha, whip of my member. I'm totally agree with my minister what they said about is war the best way to solve international dispute. So of course, yes, in Mahabharata, my minister said that Krishna tried to convince Duryodhan don't do any fight, and they try to convince by polite and by love, but they don't agree with them. So at last Krishna and their team Pandava has to fight to win, and because they want peace. War is also a part of peace. If Pakistan attack on India, if India do not attack again them, then how India get peace and India get won the match? War. And some ministers said that those who have power, total world listen them. So this is true. Like America and USA, they have lots of power. So that's why all the country, all the people of nation are listen them, and also if we believe in God, so as we know that our God is also believed in war. For what? Peace. My next point is, if we love a snake, it doesn't mean that will not bite you. This is the example that if we love our nation, it doesn't mean we don't need to fight, we don't need any war. Okay, I want to cut my opposition team point, that someone said that is talking about the end of he is talking about that end of Mahabharata there are only Pandava are available. So of course in the end of Mahabharata only Pandava are available, because the whole team of the Duryodhan, they are doing wrong with the Pandava. So at the end of war only they are leave those who are right and those who are able to won the war. My next point is some minister said that now India is because Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel used violence to merge all the princely state like Hyderabad and Jamagarh.
So, good evening everyone, good evening of all judges and all the parliament who are sitting over here. So I want to say about war is not solution for everything, because if war is happen, everything destroy very badly and everyone suffer a lot during the war. So it should not be implement war is, and if you take example Russia-Ukraine war, it's happened and those countries suffer a lot during the war. So it is not good, and war is a solution for, if you want to solve anything, you can talk both sides and everything become a good. So no need to go for war, because war is very dangerous for each and everyone. Both country and both sides, they have faced a lot of problem, and due to problem there are so many people suffer a lot. And my PM say that about our PM say that good for international, it is totally means I want to say that everything not solved by war. We can talk to each other and everything solved. There are so many family members who have lost their life due to war, lost their husband due to war, lost their son, wife, and husband. They suffer a lot during the war. We have believe in peace in India, and my minister say that Mahabharata only 5 Pandava who have alive life. They have fight Mahabharata. After that they suffer a lot and they feel very guilt after war. So war is no solution, and nowadays youth are confident and confused. So I totally agree with my previous speaker what he said. Youth are nowadays too much confused. They can't able to understand anything in proper way. And my another point is that our soldiers are suffer a lot during the war. So we can't go for war. If you want to solve any issue, you can talk with very politely, and after that everything become a normal way. So war is not solution. And my opposition say that about God, Ram and Krishna. He also considered about war. So I totally disagree this point, because he said that, but after that he was too much regret. War is not solution for anything. If you do war, so always separate, always love to each other. God always say that loving is too much good. And another thing also, that war is not option for anything. We can talk by talking to solve anything. That's all from my side.